On a day like today, the only emotion that I can think of to express is one of sincere gratitude to you, Governor, on behalf of me and my family for the honor that you accord our family today. In the short time I have, there are far too many people to thank for the road that has led me to this place, this juncture, at this time. So a few simple thank yous and acknowledgments will have to suffice. I want to start by thanking you, Governor Newsom. I couldn't have known a little less than 2 years ago when I accepted your offer to serve as your Judicial Appointment Secretary that I would stand here today as a nominee for the California Supreme Court. And you couldn't have known when you took the oath of office 2 years ago of the challenges that you would face, the untold challenges you have faced, with wildfires on one hand and a pandemic on the other. And I have had the pleasure of watching you for the last 2 years deal with those challenges, straightforward and upright, leading from the front. And I have watched you always to try to fashion policy and initiatives that reflect your deepest values, equality and inclusion of all, protecting the least in California, along with Californians in general. And I've been inspired by your work. And I want you to know I will take the lessons I've learned in working with you to my new responsibilities on the California Supreme Court. Thank you so much, Governor. I also want to acknowledge the member of the Supreme Court that I will replace in this new responsibility, Justice Ming Chin, who's been a friend, and he has also led me through support to the place I stand here today. 25 years of tremendous service to the citizens of California. I want to acknowledge his service. It would also be remiss if I did not acknowledge, and I heard you say, Governor, that I am the third African-American man ever to serve on this court. But my career spans the first two. I remember well when Wally Emanuel was appointed in 1977 to the California Supreme Court, to be followed by Alan Broussard. I understand that it's been 29 years since an African-American man has served on the High Court. And I would not be here today without the support and mentorship of both of those men and others, Judge Judy Ford, Judge Thelton Henderson, all of whom blazed the trail so that I could stand here today and accept your nomination, Governor. Closer to home, my parents are no longer with us, but I know they know what is transpiring in this moment. I can't imagine that my parents could have imagined that I would stand in this place today, or that they could see that I would be a nominee to the California Supreme Court. What I do know is that they knew what I would need to be in a position to qualify for this kind of opportunity. They gave all of their kids a fine education. They taught us respect for others. And as importantly, they taught us the value of serving others, public service, which my father modeled as a janitor at Coit Tower for well over 25 years. Those are the values my sisters and brothers have. Those are the same values that I saw in my partner, Sidney Shan. They caused me to fall in love with him. And while my parents aren't here today, he is, and I thank him for my support. I think in closing, I want to say something about being a first. There have been firsts and there will continue to be first. There's a significant responsibility that goes with being first that I think can be best dispatched in doing the work at the highest level I possibly can. But I want to say to some young person who may be out there today who is struggling with their identity, anyone who knows me knows my identity has been, as a gay man, perhaps the greatest challenge of my life. And it has not been easy. But I want to say today to those young people who may be watching and those who may hear about what has transpired here, that I am not here in spite of the struggle. I'm here because of the struggle. It has deepened my character, afforded me sensibilities about the world and about people who are not so willing to accept that people can love differently than they do, but nevertheless love sincerely and genuinely and effectively. I want these young people to know that living a life of authenticity is the greatest gift you can give yourself. And if you do that, you too will find yourself in a position where people see you. They really see you and who you are, your authentic self. And the extraordinary opportunity I'm being offered today, I thank you, Governor Newsom, for seeing me. And I will promise to do my best to dispatch the enormous responsibilities that are incumbent with this great office. Thank you, Governor Newsom.